Okay, you ready? You ready? Okay.
Ike again for whatever reason. Okay. Yeah, we're live.
What a nice tattoo, Joa.
Thank you. Got it a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Love that. Max, come here. Come look at this tattoo. It is dope. One moment. I know you're showing off. Give me a second. Here, look at that. Look at that.
Speak friend and enter.
Look at that. That's so
Something like that.
That's so dope. Okay. We are on the Sanctuary of the Black Spot, a pirate hideout sanctuary in the middle of the ocean. William's Navy is pushing west across the ocean. At the same time, he's marching his army north in the Empire to the Dwarf Holds. You are all sort of out looking to stop it. I don't know. I just feel like you guys didn't want to leave your ship behind, and so you're taking a ship. It's a very precious ship. The Underark. What happened? Oh, that's right. John Blackbeard attacks you. Finally caught up to you with Sid the Circus Man. Sid the Circus Man doing his best to try and get Craig back. I don't think Sid could get Craig back on the best of days. But nobody's that. Sid's pregnant? Pregnant.
Obviously.
Sid's pregnant. He teleported away because nobody was close enough to counterspell his teleport. Yeah, I did. Precisely. That's the quote. That is exactly what I said. You guys made it to the pirate sanctuary.
What's the bottom for Joe?
Are you two leaving?
I do.
Sarah's just standing there in a way. I'm pretty sure everybody. Why? It's definitely not going to go normal. I'm drinking way more than I usually do when I run these games. I am, yeah.
Welcome to Brad's house. Sorry.
We have fun here.
The question is, what are you drinking?
Yeah, what's the drink of choice right now in that big ass bottle?
What are you drinking? Kombucha mixed with root beer.
Arbor Mist.
Hell yeah.
Blackberry Merlot.
Awesome. That stuff's
It
basically
is
juice.
Cheapest, yeah. No,
Great.
calling it wine
It's great.
is generous.
It is not my favorite.
Sanctuary of the Black Spot.
Makes Frenchmen cry, but
Yeah, it does. It does. It
But it
makes
does
it
the
makes any
job.
civilized
And
man
it does
cry.
the job very well.
It's so tasty. It's so tasty. It's when I definitely wasn't underage in college, it was what I drank a lot of as like a freshman. Sanctuary of the Black Spot, you guys made it. Found out that there is a closed council meeting. That 3 days prior, the Council of the Black Spot had closed its doors to the public due to a recent finding made. You guys, what you did? What'd you do? How'd you get in?
just,
I think Craig did something.
Yeah, I dispelled magic.
Did you just do Dispel Magic
Yeah.
and rolled really well?
Yeah.
That sounds correct.
Yeah,
Fourth
Dispel
level.
Magic, Preach and Clear.
You guys broke in. The council is sort of frozen around a stone pedestal with an orb. What is, to you experts of the arcane orbs, obviously another orb that's like seems to have like a reddish orange eyeball, and it's like spinning around and just like locking each of the members of the council in place. And like the last one to get caught kind of is manages to move just like a millimeter, and then it gets locked in place again. What do you guys want to do? What do you want to do? That's what you guys walk in on.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Ooh.
I'm just like, I start walking in, like Aragorn throws doors open and just starts walking in. As I see what's happening, I will set up so that I'm behind one of the pirate lords, and just keep walking towards the thing.
Okay. Craig cast invisibility.
Eddie's gonna make a thick echo, and also an unseen servant.
Two actions. You got it.
Is that allowed?
Yep.
Good.
But like, if things happen, you might have a moment where you're like casting the spell.
Okay.
Okay. In the tooth of jelly, what you up to?
Holy shit, this is a lot of stuff going on, Jelly.
Oh man. Maybe if we drag some of them out. Maybe if we drag some of them out of the room.
Okay. You grab the legs, I'll grab the arms. Yeah, we're gonna go try and grab and drag some of them out of the room.
Yeah, strength check and athletics check.
Deal.
Jelly has stupid strength, right? We gave her like the book of strength.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see what he's doing and like throw in my strength too.
So, do I roll with advantage on that then? Just tugging on each arm. God, it's really dark in here. I gotta turn on a light. So, I didn't roll super hot, but my athletics is a 14. So that's 4 plus 14, 18.
It takes the combined effort of all of you, Jelly, Clarny, and Tim Toothy, to drag this pirate lord. I didn't go look up their names, but I'm gonna say it's the robot one. You drag them out of the room, but like as you're dragging them, their body seems to be like stuck in a certain position until finally you manage to like break line of sight with the orb, and then the robot sort of like falls to the ground, and you must get them out of there. It is holding them hostage.
Okay.
What's everybody else doing?
I am going to attempt to do something.
Okay.
So I have come up behind one of the lords,
Okay.
staying out of line of sight of the orb. I am going to attempt to throw a cloth over the orb.
Okay. Okay, it has not noticed you. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check, I think is the move.
What? Yep. All right. 19.
19. I'm gonna say that's good enough. Where you throw over the cloth over the orb, and you notice that instantly a bunch of the pirate lords begin to break free and like sort of lurch forward as if they had momentum in that direction instantly, but also the cloth that you threw over it is beginning to smolder and sort of begin to fray away from some sort of like heat or kinetic energy that's just that's destroying the cloth you threw over it.
I look around and I'm like, Craig, where are you?
Yeah, can I just grab it and put it in my bag?
As I'm basically starting to reach forward to, now that it's covered in its, and we've got a second or two before it burns through the cloth to do something.
Go ahead, and so Craig's trying to toss it into a
Bag of holding.
Bag of holding. I want a sleight of hand check from you as well.
Do I have advantage for being invisible?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sweet. Natural 15 plus a lot of numbers.
Okay. Yeah, you just like scoop it and toss it in your bag of holding. Scoop toss.
Nice. 26 total, by the way. Yeah. He said, and turned around.
I was asking if they wanted to be pirates. They're gonna come be pirates, I think. I think somebody's gonna come and be a pirate for you.
Yo ho.
Yo ho, motherfuckers.
Oh, look at them. Look at oh, it's all good. Okay.
I'll get it.
Okay. Perfect. We have two pirate lords here. Other pirate lords are sort of like getting their cool. You guys are no longer frozen in place by
Fucking-tastic.
by the orb. One of the Craig, what do you look like? You don't sort of present as undead.
No,
right?
not really. I basically have the Nightingale armor on.
He's got like the Nightingale armor from Skyrim. He just tossed the orb into a bag of holding, and you sort of broke free.
Well, we wouldn't have been here in the first place if not for your dumb ass. I said turn left at Albuquerque, and you said where's Albuquerque, and I said it's right below us. Well, it's not my help. You can't navigate underwater. Some of us actually keep track of the channels around here. Who the fuck
Sean?
even said I knew which way was left,
Out of
you fucking
curiosity.
ass?
Did that break Craig's invisibility?
Is the ruling of invisibility that if you interact with an item,
No, that's if you attack or cast a spell.
then you're still invisible.
Oh, okay.
Where's your orb? It's up your ass, you fucking asshole. I want my orb, the real one, the magical one. I just wouldn't make sense.
Oh, hope that was you,
Those two
Craig.
pirates and like a half dozen of the other pirate lords just begin bickering with one another as if you guys are not even in the room.
I'll start backing towards the door.
Okay. The guards that were like at the front of the door sort of peek their head in and like wipe sweat off their brow as the robot one comes in and goes, "Where's the orb, boys? I brought it in. You're supposed to keep it safe for me."
Hi there, you're talking about his orb. He knows exactly
He just said he had. I just heard him.
He was just
You lost the orb, boys.
nothing. It was him.
It was actually a deep personal plan that he hatched. I have the pamphlet saying so.
So
I was
you-
actually in the bathroom the last
every few seconds, take a step back.
Yeah, Eddie, what are you doing? You sort of made a second bird echo and an unseen servant, and then sort of everything got diffused while you were doing that. What are you up to?
Well, Eddie's just watching the whole thing unfold. If there's that pirate lord that Eddie got high with is still there, Eddie was going to catch up with that guy and not poke anything he gets.
He is beginning to draw two pistols and point them at two separate lords as a very large Mexican standoff is beginning to happen. Give me the orbs. Give me them. Where are they?
Pretend you got guns.
Everybody else starts like pulling out very like wands are drawn.
One banana,
Yeah.
a large stick.
Yeah. This a large sort of like where did it go begins to happen in the middle of the room.
I'm good at delusion magic. Doubt me and find out.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
I'd like to say This is the spirit of the orb. I have entered one of your bodies. And then I'll leave.
You guys hear a mystical voice go, "This is the spirit of the orb. I have entered one of your bodies."
I just heard it in my head, so I'm guessing it's either mine or somebody else's, and this is just a broadcast to everybody. In which case, that's kind of.
I don't
Roll me.
Who's the
Roll me-
robot guy?
Yeah, the robot guy walked back in being like, "Where's my orb? Where is it, boys?"
The one that's carrying it in
Does
his
the
head?
robot make it past me?
Yeah, he walked past you. Yeah, he like sort of like pushed
Okay.
past you. Like he's very focused on it. What are the numbers you guys got?
16.
Nice. So you don't think it's you. You aren't deceived into thinking that it's you. One of the pirate lords just puts the gun in his mouth and goes, "I think it's me."
Oh, Charlie, no!
I'm gonna pat him on the back too firm and say, "Hi there, today's not your day."
Wait, let him do it.
Eddie wants
Like he
to.
pats him just a bit too hard, and he just pulls the trigger, and it's bloody.
There's blood on your hands. How you feel now?
Nothing, you fucking prick.
It was all in over this fucking arm.
Eddie wants to telepathically say to a different pirate,
Okay.
"You are the orb. I have entered you." Saying that telepathically.
You're welcome, man.
Like a dragonborn with like a peg leg and a hook arm is like, "I think I'm the orb. I heard it in my head."
What fucking bit of orb do you got in you? You don't got any blood. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Everything's not artificial. No, calm the fuck down.
Hold this. It's the gun.
He like runs into a back chamber, like pushes back and uses some smoke billows out from a hookah that's stationed there.
The unseen servant starts throwing things out from that room.
The unseen servant just starts throwing things into the main chamber of the room, so it looks like the room is just like
Being ransacked.
ransacked, but also haunted
Love it.
by ransacked by ghosts.
Like we pissed off Neptune, but we got some more immediate shit going on right here.
Yeah.
We'll reckon with Davy Jones in a minute.
What is curiosity? Like there is just absolute chaos in the pirate lord ranks. They are looking for the orb as if each one of them believes it's theirs, but also they're all blaming one another that it's other people's fault. So like they're all being like, "It's your bloody fault. Where's my orb?" To one another.
I'd like to go to my crow's nest, please.
I'm being very quiet, very slow in my movements as I continue to take steps one at a time.
Now, I might have
Towards the
agreed
door.
with you, but that doesn't make a mess.
Yeah, Conversion, you're out of the room. Craig, you say you're just going back to the crow's nest. You're going back to the
Yeah.
ship. Craig just
Yeah.
leaves.
I mirror conversion and just head back to the ship.
Starboy leaves. Tim Toothy, Jelly, and Clarny, what are you guys up to?
You know those guys? Who the fuck are they?
I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Eddie, what are you up to?
Fuck are
Eddie,
we?
Eddie says telepathically to anyone who hasn't left yet, "Let's leave." And then Eddie starts walking away.
You're all free. Go back to playing City Skylines. They all were like,
Fuck that.
"Fuck that shit."
They'll deal with themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you got the orb, and you all just sort of like tiptoe out as a bunch of gunshots begin to ring out from inside that building.
Oh no.
I will make sure the rest of the curiosity gets out. As
Yep.
I'm kind of like standing at the door watching this start to unfurl.
Eddie's the last one to make it out, and he just quietly shuts the door behind him as he leaves.
I look at the two guards like standing at the door, probably like a look of like,
It's a Tuesday.
yeah, like, well,
It's that scene from Street Fighter where that guy, like Chun-Li, is crying about how like her father died, and then that general looks at her and is like, "Another Tuesday."
Once Eddie gets back to the boat, he's gonna create a normal echo, and he's gonna put his consciousness in it, and then he's gonna send it all the way back. And he's just gonna watch that room to see if everyone's dead, Because if they all kill each other, we should loot them.
About a half dozen of them are still alive. Like 7 of them are dead on the floor.
Okay.
But like several of them sort of like get their act together and are like, well, I know it wasn't me and I know it wasn't you, and well, I guess we can recruit from the higher ups, from the first mates, and we'll keep our stuff together. But do you know who those people were that came in here? I've never seen them before. And like the robot is in pieces, like one of his arms is crawling away, just the arm moving. The tiefling is dead, the dragonborn is dead. Yeah.
Was there did any of the survivors, any of them the ones that we met with earlier on the way
I
out?
think the female orc. I think there was a female orc that captain that I told you about, and that one is still alive.
Okay.
I don't know the names. I did not do my research this week. I had a very busy week.
Oh, good.
But there is still, you do still have a single contact. The tiefling is dead, probably can be resurrected. Problem with the pirates is that they don't have clerics. They have like drowned clerics, and one of their whole shticks is that like we'll make a zombie out of you.
They just throw tridents at him.
You want to be a zombie? We'll make it some like barnacle zombies. But yeah.
It's all good. Nope.
What else do you guys want to do? Is there anything else at the sanctuary you guys want to do? It's a good refit spot. You guys kind of need to sit here for like 3 or 4 days
To fix the
because
ship.
I beat the shit out of your ship.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a bunch of druid craft to probably make tree planks and probably do a lot of the tree or ship repairs.
Love it. Love it. Mending will also help.
Yeah, yep, a lot of that.
Yep. When you have
I'm gonna kind of
all
wait and see if any of the pirate lords, specifically once Eddie tells us that the orc survived, the half orc woman survived, see if any of them are like, if she remembers us, because we may not even be anything that she even bothered to remember.
because you essentially like I remember I sort of like shotgunned several hooks at you last time you were here, like several like people who wanted you to do shit for them, and you picked the tiefling to work with. So like some of you might remember her, but she doesn't remember you. Does that make sense? You didn't do the job for her, so it's just like you're what a year and a half ago you guys appeared on the island and then disappeared working for her rival. I will say in the coming days, news does reach the Sanctuary of the Black Spot, and I will say towards the end of the 3rd day, an Olesian ship makes port. Several officials sort of like file off and walk up to the council chambers. What do you guys do, if anything, with an Olesian ship docked about 3 to 4 ships down?
Y'all want me to do some rat reconnaissance?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eddie would like to have an unseen servant start drilling holes in the bottom of that ship.
No.
No. Oh, okay.
That's not the point of the unseen servant. Plus the drill scene. A scene drill.
Also, what's a drill?
Sure. In the bottom of the boat, just a drill. Really spooky.
Does the unseen servant need to breathe air?
It does not need to breathe air.
Okay.
It doesn't need to breathe air. And it does simple chores like drilling holes. I was drilling holes in pieces of wood when I was 7. All right, it's a simple chore.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Your unseen servant can start drilling holes in the bottom of the boat. They are so small, it is just a mild annoyance.
Good. Excellent.
It's a mild annoyance.
Can I roll for like how big the holes are?
No.
How many of them I get off?
Nope.
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 Something like that.
Nope.
Or the flow rate of water that I'm able to achieve.
Nope. Nope.
No.
Just every couple of minutes, a new tiny hole is poked, and just like there's one skeleton janitor at the bottom of the boat putting a bone finger in. A couple feet over, another one puts another finger in. A couple minutes later, another one pops up, and he like breaks a bone so he can go put another finger in the thing, and eventually he has to call his buddy, who he starts putting in fingers to plug the holes.
Great. Excellent. So these skeleton
fingers.
Here on out, they're gonna have disadvantage on sleight of hand, right?
Sure, yeah. You know, skeletons known for their sleight of hand.
Not these ones. Okay.
Not these ones, though.
Eddie's really proud of himself right now.
Actually, one of the things I was looking at is trying to get a feel for how the pirates think about the Olesian Empire. If they've been having more trouble with them, or if they're not having any trouble at all.
So it does seem like the emissaries that the Empire sends up are living humans. They're sort of like undead generals. And the from what you can tell from the interactions you see, and like nobody like stops and stares as they walk by. You know, gold is gold no matter where it comes from. You know?
Should probably have a chat with that wizard.
Why? Let's sabotage this ship a little bit more. All right? Why are we not just stranding these guys here?
Because we're still here. I think as we leave, we could just blow up their ship fairly easily.
Yeah, and I kind of want to see if they got any important documents or anything that might lead to something that gives us capital on a situation.
Yeah, you want to do rat reconnaissance now? Rat vignette?
Yep.
Let's do a rat vignette. Okay. So you turn into a rat. You scurry over. Scurry.
I want to say the rat kind of has Caboldish red.
Yep. A little bit of scales on the rat. You scurry onto the boat. Scurry across some ropes onto the deck of the ship. You're on like the railing of a ship. The top of the ship is manned by a bunch of skeletons. Where do you go? Where do you go on the ship?
I'm gonna go to probably the captain's quarters.
Okay. It's a ship much like your own. You scurry over to the captain's quarters. Give me an acrobat and yeah, acrobatics. I want you to like squeeze your body through the bottom of the door.
That's a natural 20. So plus 2. 22.
You got a 22.
Yeah. Like Stuart Little.
You die, like scurry on your little rat belly through it, and you enter a dark room. Do rats have dark vision? / do you
Let
have
me-
dark vision?
Rat. I, as a human, do not. Rat 5E.
I don't think they do. I could be wrong.
Has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell. Dark vision. Yep, they do. 30 feet.
Nice.
Perfect. So you scurry over to the desk of the ship. It's an empty room. The captain is currently out meeting with the remaining council members. And you start looking through. Give me a investigation check.
That's a natural 19 plus. Dude, this is fucking sick. I love this ruby dice so much right now. But I'm kind of stupid, so it's -1. So it's going to be 18.
An 18. Okay. You find several maps that show the current placements of ships throughout the ocean and several documents with broken seals of the Emperor with orders for this captain. Would you like to find anything else in this room?
So I have the orders down. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. I could just okay.
Yep.
So something that I would
I forgot that you just can't pocket them.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I'm just
I mean, you could. You can
I'm-
memorize them as best you can, and then later on we'll do a roll to see how well you remember them.
Is there a window?
There is, yeah.
Okay. I think can I get a perception check underneath the door real quick?
Sure.
That led me in here.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! I'm not even kidding. It's a natural 20.
Nice.
Dude, what the fuck is going on?
You should be a rat more often.
I know, dude. This is fucking rad.
Rad.
Holy shit! I rolled a 3 and a 4 for my first rolls for my. Dude, that's crazy. Okay, so yeah, do I see any like feet, smelling feet?
No.
Feet coming up towards the door.
No. Nope. The skeletons are just sort of like meandering about on the deck, sort of without any orders. The ship's not moving. The ship's at port, so they're just sort of listlessly meandering.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna change back into a person. All right.
Are you gonna pocket all those things?
Oh yeah.
Pocket all those things.
What else do I see?
There's a bed and a wardrobe container, and all of that stuff was on a desk.
Can I check the wardrobe?
Sparse, yeah. You open up the wardrobe. There is several sets of clothes, like normal town's clothes. It seems to be like rubbery, storm clothes.
Stuff that would be capable of use as a disguise for the Empire, or does it not show any style?
It does seem like he took his class A's.
Okay.
With him, that's what he's wearing right now. This is like formal uniform.
Okay,
as an ambassador.
Okay, cool. I still want to remember what these clothes look like in case I see him out in public wearing these.
I mean, you 100% could take his normal clothes and you could pass off as a sort of well-off common clothes. But also you could just buy those kind of clothes. And
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I just more or less want to remember his outfit at this point. I was going to see if there's anything maybe tucked away in the wardrobe.
Yeah. Somebody who doesn't come from the Olesian Empire, you sort of take in for a moment. You look at it and you're like, so this is the fashion. You got it.
Yeah. But yeah, any other valuables in plain sight?
There's a couple rings on the desk. There is a signet ring for wax seals.
Okay. I'm gonna take that.
Perfect. That's about it. It's probably about the only thing of true value in the room.
Okay. Is there pen, ink, and parchment at all?
Yep. Yeah, it's in a drawer, not just up on the desk. You sort of start rifling through the drawers.
Yep. I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper, the pen, get ink ready. I'm just gonna leave a big old smiley face with the smirky, gritty face.
Perfect.
And then stab the pen right into the piece of paper and open up the back window and jump the fuck out and turn into an orca.
Cool.
Or killer whale.
Splash. A very loud splash. take.
Oh, excuse me. No, I don't. I can't do that because I'm holding stuff. I change.
The stuff once you put it in your pockets.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Molds into you. But you do take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as the orca is bigger than the shore, and you slam into the bottom of the bag.
Okay.
It's the big as a big guy. It's the big guy cannonballing into the shallow end of the pool. And you swim back to the Underark. Is anybody doing anything else while this is happening?
He's pointing all the cannons at them. He hasn't cannon doors yet, but he's
on the gun deck, just like
all the. I have their masts right in my sight, chain shot ready to go. I also have those fire cannonballs that set their boat on fire.
Yep.
Got a bunch of those ready as well.
Yeah.
Every single gun.
While you guys were in the sanctuary, do you guys want to spend any amount of money on like special cannonballs?
Ooh.
That probably would be a good idea to.
How much money do you want to spend on special cannonballs?
What do we have and how much do they cost? Or what do they have and how much are they going to charge us?
Think of all the special cannonballs from Sea of Thieves. That's what they have. And they range from like 100 to 250 gold each, depending on how cool they are.
I don't have any money.
I don't know how much money you guys have left after you built a whole goddamn stone
So
golem.
we don't have all the huge amount.
Yeah.
Also, while we're here, can I get snake thumbs?
Can you get what?
Snake thumbs.
Snake tongues.
Snake thumb. Oh, tongue.
Snake thongs.
Snake
Snake thumbs.
thumbs. I heard thumbs. And I was like, whoever told you to get snake thumbs was lying to you.
What about that mole lizard? That thing has snake thumbs. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
you can get snake tongues. Yeah, go right ahead. You give some like weird skeezy back alley salesman 15 gold, and he gives you snake tongues.
Is the wizard that we had talked to before, who is on the tower nearby?
Yeah, the Golem Mancer.
Yes. Is he still around?
He's not on that wasn't on the Sanctuary Island. He had his own island.
He's on the way to the Olesian Empire. We're going there next.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
currently between you and on an island between where you are and where the Olesian Empire is.
Honestly, Captain, I think we might offer that man this orb. Right? Who could use a time orb more than somebody who makes golems?
Would not be a bad idea. No, I would like to see if we can recruit a few crew members.
Go for it. I'm about the least charismatic person here, so.
Try and find out, are there groups that are like less interested in being friendly with the Olesian Empire, or are they all more or less gold is gold, we don't care?
Like, you mean factions of the pirates?
Yeah.
There are some like Olesian refugees. Specifically, they're like crew members mostly, that are like very anti-Olesian Empire and would rather not work with them. But for the most part, the captains that like live long enough to become a part of the council are generally very like gold's gold. But you could like recruit some, probably in the realm of 30 individuals. Nobody with truly enough power to like bring a second ship along with you. But like you could essentially steal crew members from various other ships, from probably like a dozen pirate ship crews that are like Olesian refugees that left the Empire to try and find a better life outside of the constraints of undeath, and are upset with the news that the Empire is beginning to an island hopping campaign.
Are any of them specifically interested in trying to prevent the Empire from expanding?
With enough persuasion or intimidate, you can make some sort of check, depending on how you do. Like, you could try and deceive them, you can try and persuade them, you can try and intimidate them.
He's gonna basically try and persuade them.
Yeah, like, go right ahead. They are persuadable, but they're not like, oh, you're gonna fight them? Sign me up. They're not like, they're pirates. They did choose this life.
Yeah. Persuasion. Only an 11. Sorry, 12.
Most of them would prefer the devil they know, essentially, is what they tell you. I'll say that you get you get a half dozen. You get about 6 individuals that are like, you know what, my family's back there. If you're sailing in that direction, I'll sail with you.
Okay.
But
I'm looking for a few extra crew members, and I wasn't even really looking. I was looking for maybe 10 or 15 at most.
Yeah,
just
so
enough to fill out the crew so that we're not doing everything.
Yeah, you got a half dozen trained sailors that have a grudge against the Empire, and have most of them. Your persuasion boils down to the fact that they have family, and the rumblings of war and your reputation and the fact that you're heading back to cause William trouble. They sort of, not that they're siding with you, but they want to get back to get their family out of the way. So, like, once you make it to the Empire, you're probably going to lose all 6 of these men as they scatter to find their families.
I expect that once we hit landfall, we're probably not going to sail again for a while.
Yeah.
Or just a really fancy Uber.
Really fancy Uber. An Uber where you have to put help get the gas for the car.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's something you do conversion over the 3 days that just occurred. Cool. So at this point, what's the plan? The orca appears, and Tim Toothy climbs back onto the boat with a couple of maps and some broken sealed letters from with the seal of the Emperor on them.
Okay.
Sound of cannons grinding as they move.
What's her name?
Oh, I don't have my doc, but I do know who you're talking about. Like, I think her name might be Liana Solmar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that she can get that information back to Solnar himself.
Yeah, she just like starts casting sending on repeat as she reads these letters to Solnar.
We'll let them worry more about the logistics and the strategic aspects of using that information.
Yeah, so essentially the letters are continue gaining resources from the islands. Anybody who bends the knee can keep their lives. Anybody who doesn't should be converted. Any valuable resources should be teleported back to Central City if deemed necessary. The map shows less progress than you feared. They've probably only made it the first dozen islands. Probably only like, if you sailed, probably only like a 3-day sail from the coast of the Olesian Empire. And it takes like 2 months to sail from one continent to the other. So, like, put that into sort of perspective of how much Solmar really has.
So basically, they've sailed from Boston to the tip of Cape Cod.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Around Cape Cod. Okay.
Yeah.
We were worried that there were a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, so and like that's what they want. They definitely other things from the letters and from the maps you see, they have a lot of scouts and they have a lot of like well-manned undead ships. Those ships that are like manned like double or triple the manpower that you can normally have on a living ship, but because they're all skeletons and don't need to breathe and are lighter than men and they don't need food or water, they're just filled. They're just like raiding ships. Imagine like Vikings with galleons and they don't need food or water, you know? So they're doing like fear tactics throughout the ocean. You don't get any information, sadly, on the army. The ship doesn't have any information on how the march to the dwarf holds are going.
Other than the wizard, was there any notable point? But looking at the others in the water, I don't remember any other than the wizard. Any real notable settlement that we might be encountering on the way back? We can warn them about this. We'll have to make sure that the wizard is very well aware of what they're doing and how they're operating.
Anybody? Anything else?
I'm just gonna blow up the ship on our way out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put a flaming sphere on its sails and just move it around as we sail away.
Okay. How far? We'll just. So you guys sort of like draw sail and begin to sail away, and then just open fire as you sail away.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
We're blocking them in, so we're getting in sort of
If you can imagine like tires squealing.
Daffy Duck's there.
A whole lot better if we don't make it so obvious that it's us, but
A little less tire squealing.
I don't think it's going to be making that much of a difference.
Yeah, there's not much you can do to like change the fact that like it's.
Oh no! Anything happens to the Olesian ship, they're going to blame us no matter what.
Yeah. So, as you guys begin to sail away, you just like fire the cannons. Craig starts taking pot shots. He puts a flaming sphere down and just starts like playing fish in a barrel with the skeletons, just like, and the skeleton like bursts into pieces.
There's some fireballs in there.
He just pops some fireballs in there.
What's he doing? Is he still there?
I assume the rigging is going up like a.
Oh yeah, like the
rigging.
sails are like just in flames.
Those holes in the bottom of their boat really letting in water now, Sean?
Yeah. Once they stopped paying attention to them, 100%. The boat starts sinking. The unseen servant is murdered instantly by a stray cannonball.
They're kind of fragile.
That's a 96. Okay, so I will say with a 96, the burning masts don't fall onto any other ships or the dock. Right, and you guys sail away. It will take a good portion of, man, I can't remember how far it was. It's only probably like a week sail. The Wizard's Tower, the Golem Mancer's Tower, is probably only a week away of sailing. You guys get to know your 6 new crew members pretty well. I'll give them names next week.
Greg.
What do you want to do? They're all like solid guys. I'm like none of them are weird. They're all like solid Olesian individuals. They're all probably in their early to mid 20s. They're all young, sort of idealistic, disagreed like ideologically with the Empire and left as older teens.
Oh my god, it's like Eddie.
How old is Eddie?
Eddie's like 25.
25.
Super old. He's old enough to be manipulated by a burden demon.
Sort of one of the last things I want to do is what do you guys do with John Blackbeard, the cabin boy, the cook, and pirate number 21?
They all know Eric Cochran at this point, right?
They do, and I'm sure all 6 of the other dudes you just hired also know Eric Cochran.
Of course.
I think we intend to make him a part of the crew.
Part of the ship.
Yeah, the cook and cabin boy, yeah.
I say the other 2 as well. We just tell them if they fuck up, we do what we did to that other one.
Bring him up to the stone golem and just be like, if you fuck up, taps the stone golem on the leg, on like the knee.
The stone golem just kind of claps its hands.
If you fuck up, we can make this guy walk on water.
You guys are close enough to the sanctuary or another island where like a seagull is flying by and he just happily goes, it's like feathers blow up. Eddie's like, no.
Eddie has a new personal vendetta against the stone golem now. He's planning its demise every night before he goes to bed.
The little roasted chicken tent peg runs up to you, Eddie, as you get back to the boat from like shooting with like a rat in his hands, and he's like,
I tell him, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
It's actually Tim Toothy in rat form.
Very upset rat.
A very upset rat.
Hold on, let me roll perception so I can just. I got 14.
It's a red rat with scales.
Okay. It's pretty obvious. Okay.
Yeah, it's a red rat with scales.
Tim just has a sore back for the next few days because he tried snapping his neck and it didn't work.
The scolding Tent Peg gets for trying to murder Tim Toothy, he sort of like sulks in the bottom of the boat for several days. He's just like sort of little eyeball shakes in his little fishbowl.
I tell him he made a mistake, but that's okay. It's part of growing up, right? I say you did a good thing, bringing the rat to me so I could double check instead of just breaking its neck immediately. I said that was very good. All right, we just have to be careful. Normal rats don't look like that. You
should throw him in the ocean and never look back.
And then he attaches to a kraken at the bottom of the ocean, and you have a new problem.
Right.
Yeah, that would be a big problem for just about everybody.
Rumors abound. A one-eyed kraken is terrorizing every boat. Huh?
Go fuck yourself. Guys, we should find a kraken and put Tent Peg on it.
No,
let's not do that.
The next dragon you kill, David. The next dragon you kill.
Right? Yeah.
No.
Why? He obeys us. He's a
For
good
now.
boy.
Yeah, he obeys you. He's the size of a rotisserie chicken.
He doesn't have much choice.
He does have the strength of a cyclops. He does still have the strength of a cyclops.
Charmander obeyed Ash. Charizard didn't.
Here's my question. Now, the way I think Tent Peg works is whoever attaches the eyeball to a body is who controls it. is how I think it works.
Like a newborn baby bird. I think this
Yeah,
is just more bird propaganda from Eddie.
That's what I think, right? So I don't even think Tenpeg would obey William at this point unless he was like dominated, right? But if if his body is destroyed, William put his head on a new thing, then Tenpeg would obey him because he put the head on the new body. That's how I think it works. Anyone better at magic have an opinion on that?
I was so focused on
Yes.
stalking that you didn't get the people.
That's not how that works.
I was gonna make that joke 5 minutes ago.
Tenpeg is Tenpeg is going to be a force of nature if you put him on anything bigger than that body. He may not be our friend.
Okay, I'll have to work on my relationship with Tenpeg then. Get him loyal.
Yeah. Let's just not and say we didn't.
Just leave him on the rotisserie chicken.
Alright, last time I listened to you guys, I destroyed all of my snurds, right? And now I don't have a consistent source of snake tongues.
I had to go talk to a sketchy guy in the back alley of the sanctuary because I don't have any snurds anymore.
Have a
Why do you
thriving
need snake
snake
tongues?
tongue business. They're spell components.
I feel like you guys probably put the like bleach bone skeleton of that one dock worker in Eddie's room as a reminder of the like price of sin.
Eddie wouldn't understand the message. He'd be like,
No.
it would go over his head. There's work to be done.
What spell do you need to cast that needs snake tongues?
Yeah, why do you need the snake tongue?
Suggestions.
Oh, okay.
Just not the orb suggestion, just normal suggestion.
I think you probably only needed one. Does it say it consumes the snake
No.
tongue?
Consume
Does it say it has material cost?
If it say
Doesn't
yeah,
consume the
if it
snake
doesn't
tongue.
say consumes when the spell is cast, that means you just needed the one snake tongue.
Check.
And if it doesn't actually have like a gold piece cost, you don't actually you can use an arcane focus.
Yeah, just
As
a
a
snake
stand.
tongue and either a bit of honeycomb or a drop of sweet oil. So I only need an arcane focus actually, and I can cast it.
Correct. I'm a
What's the
big
rule
fan
for
of
it?
material components. I think it adds a lot of flavor to the game. But you guys have a shit ton of arcane focuses just like chilling around. You have an orb. The orb is an arcane focus actually.
Oh,
Like,
great.
the orb, like on a technical level, is an arcane focus. So the snake tongues were just sort of like Big Bird being like, "You need snake tongues," and then you went and talked to that sketchy guy, and he's over in the corner going, "What a loser."
And,
Okay. We will. Are we playing next week? I'm okay to play.
We
I
never
know
said
it's
we
Thanksgiving.
weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody have Thanksgiving plans that will make it so that they cannot play?
I think I'm good on Saturday.
Perfect.
I'll be good Saturday.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
And we're
so next-
actually at like 1 Eastern. Amy's wanting to play games before your game. So if y'all want to join for that, you can. Yeah.
So next game will be dealing with the Golemmancer, and then after that, you guys need to figure out a way past essentially the Olesian Armada. That's sort of like thinking ahead. That's what's up.
Put Tenpeg on the Kraken and have him destroy the Armada. Genius.
Genius strategy coming from Eddie.
Actually, Sean, I got a question.
Well, I got an answer, hopefully.
Did the captain get back to the ship before
Did you
we
wait?
blew it up when we sailed?
Did you wait? You could have waited. You could have waited till they made it onto the ship. That's just like me sort of like railroading a little bit for multiple reasons. But me being here and two, like I'm watching the clock and I know David needs to leave in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, we killed his ass.
I was gonna say we probably would have opened up while he was still like walking off the gangplank, still on the top deck.
So here's how I'm gonna have. If you guys waited, here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna like all of it. Him and his 3 men, like his first mate, the emissary that came, all of that. They all like make it back to the ship. They also like have a brief moment of like, "Good evening. This was a compelling meeting. We'll have a great one tomorrow. A spot of tea, shall we?" Oh. And then they walk into the captain's quarters. He's like, "Oh, where's the map going?" He walks over to the map and he sees the like broken pen and the like ink splotch and the smiley face. He goes, "Why, Williams?" And then at that moment, the explosions begin to go off, and like they all die in a fiery death in that instant.
Lovely.
There we go.
Got him.
Got him.
I just wanted to make sure either that they didn't have time to alert
Teleport
William.
away.
Yeah.
Or they had enough time to alert William that we'd gotten the documents.
Yeah, you guys are smart enough to like. It was a really good sort of like action movie moment of like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be tonight's game because I don't really have anything else planned.
It's good times.
Very good times.
Everybody had a good.
Was that
everybody had a
game
good
2, 17?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe it is game 2 of 17. I think everybody hit 17 going into
Before our
this-
break.
Yeah, going into the final.
Yes, that's 17.5.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody, come say goodbye. Come say goodnight.
Good night.
Everybody, come say goodnight.
Hey, buddy.
Good night.
Yeah, come and bow. Come do like a bow, like you're all in a play.
Is that the paper towel guy?
Werfel says hi, Carl. Hey.
Night.
You guys know how to get a hold of me. I won't be able to answer messages till tomorrow, but you guys know how to get a hold of me if you need anything.
You're
My camera froze. It likes to do that.
oh, it did.
Holy shit, it's my cousin.
There's even chat.
Oh,
Damn.
It is.
Damn. It's so bright. David, you gotta show yourself. You're the one.
Plugged in.
Does he even have a webcam? Yeah.
I don't even have a camera. David, come on, join us.
Dude, my computer is hating this right now.
Yeah, everybody, we're gonna do.
Nick's computer's about to take off.
Fair enough.
He's also gonna take off. We've yelled at David. He's getting a camera.
There we go.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
This
there's everybody.
man.
This is the first time I've ever seen David.
Yeah, same.
Really, I feel like I've turned on the camera. You know what? Probably not, because I only do it to show electronics.
Yeah, you do it to show me electronics. I'm really impressed your camera isn't like fritzing out like it always does.
Yeah, it's a new camera.
It literally is like an epileptic seizure waiting to happen every time.
Oh.
All right,
Game's all
everybody.
here.